What up, YouTube? Two Movies here. Now, one film of the 90s that doesn't really get talked about a whole lot is this 1995 film that got released that I felt was way ahead of time, titled Hackers, which was a film that got released in 1995 and starred the likes of John Lee Miller, a very young Angelina Jolie was in that, Matthew Lillard, Jesse Bradford. The original I feel like was way ahead of its time because of the premise. For you guys who don't really know much about the premise of the original Hackers, it was about this young boy who is arrested by the U.S. Secret Service for writing a computer virus and is banned from using a computer until he turns 18. And so, years later, he and his newfound friends discover a plot to unleash a dangerous computer virus, and they must use their computer skills to find the evidence while being pursued by the Secret Service and evil computer geniuses behind the virus. Now, obviously, since the film's release, computers has came a long way since Hackers got released. Well, while being interviewed with Collider, the film's director, Ian Softly, believes that pretty much a hint that a new Hacker movie could possibly happen and could be relevant more than ever. Softly revealed that a return to Hackers is being actively considered, and he acknowledged that the ever-changing landscape of technology and how it would affect a Hackers reboot. Here's what he ended up saying. It was much more simple landscape at the time in 1995. It's much more complex now. It's much more dangerous that it would become outdated almost as soon as the film's release. But there are certain cast members, certainly the guys who work with Nolan, DNEG, their approach about all the time, why isn't there more Hackers, and on the internet, on Twitter, and social media, people are asking about the possibility, so it's being explored. A modern-day Hackers does have a lot of potential. A new team of high school hackers could have a field day. With the massive scope of social media and other data collecting websites. However, Softly wants to make sure a sequel is warranted before anyone moves forward. I don't think any of us would want to do it unless we thought it was worthwhile to do. We wouldn't do it just as a commercial exercise, he stated, but there has been interest from kind of mainstream producers, so it's something that's being actively considered for the first time ever, really. Anyway, it's still unclear if he's talking about a sequel with the returning cast members or a reboot, but obviously Angelina Jolie's a tad bit bigger now than she was when the original film got released. Of course, she's going to be seeing the upcoming Eternals film. Since the film's release, she ended up winning an Oscar. She ended up marrying Brad Pitt and all that. So, she's a tad bit bigger than she was back in the days. Of course, John Lee Miller, since then, he appeared in stuff like, Trainspotting. He was in that, he was on that Sherlock Holmes series, Elementary. He's been in some other stuff since the film's release. Matthew Lillard, he does stuff here and there. It'd be cool seeing him back for a screen, but yeah. Anyway, I gotta say, I'm interested to check out a new Hackers because they could have a field day with the new technology. They could go and hack on stuff like, I don't know, Facebook or whatnot. There are loads of hackers nowadays. Of course, whether you talk about hacking the election and all that. So hacking is pretty much popular now than it was back when this film got released. Of course, if you guys remember, lots of celebrities Obama's Twitter was hacked, and loads of course, Twitter got hacked a couple years ago, so they can have a field day with something like that. I gotta say, I'm down to check out another one. But like I said, I think they're probably gonna do a reboot. I really don't see doing a sequel with the original cast members. I mean, unless maybe they get somehow talk John Lee Miller returning, maybe talk Angelina Jolie returning, or maybe have some sort of sequel with their kids now involved, and maybe having a Jolie or Miller, have cameos as their parents. That could be a possible way you could easily do a sequel. But yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see if they ever fully greenlit another one. Anyway, let me lead you guys. You know, are you interested in checking out a new like a new reboot or even a sequel to Hackers? Were you ever a fan of the original Hackers? Would you actually prefer to see a sequel to it or a reboot? Drop comments below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that bell for more notifications. This is Simu signing off.